Listen, Manchester United need a striker. Absolutely desperate for a striker. One that's hungry, one that is ascending. Top young strikers aren't staying on the market for very long these days, and United need to act decisively, and they need to do it quickly. And he's one that we've covered before. One that's fast becoming a household name in European football, improving all the right time, and has got the potential to go and be a serious force in world football for the next decade or so. And that is Jonathan David. This season so far, he's played 11 games. He's got 9 goals in Ligue 1, 20 goals in 30 games for the Canadian national team. When he was in Belgium, he had 18 in 27, aged just 20. Played 75 times as a centre forward, scoring 37 goals. He set a club record for Lille for the most career goals scored in Ligue 1, just surpassed Eden Hazard. And he is joint top scorer at the moment in Ligue 1 with Neymar. He finished his first season with Lille scoring 13 goals, and he set a record for the most goals scored by a Canadian in the top 5 league in Europe. And his current goal conversion is a rate of 25%, which is better than any of United's strikers. Ronaldo's currently at 7%, Rashford is at 19%, and Martial, which, during his most successful season at United, has been 21%. This is a finisher. This is a top-tier finisher. Now, he's a typical sort of fox-in-the-box striker, but he has got good off-the-ball movement, and he has got unbelievable speed. He should have no problem, I don't think, transitioning into the English game, as he's already a bit of a specimen. And I actually think the French football league is the closest in terms of the sort of physicality, the athleticism required compared to the rest of the league. I think Italy's a little bit more slow. Spain tends to favour a little bit more technical sort of stuff, but France can be a little bit frantic at times. And that, to me, replicates more of the physicality that you see in the Premier League. And Jonathan David copes with that and actually thrives in that sort of environment to a greater or lesser degree. He is versatile, and he can play off the striker in a 2, which is what Rangnick actually preferred. He's also a little bit more adept at being a single striker too. He just seems to fit all of the bill, I think. We know he's clinical. We know he scores a variety of shots, whether that's shooting with power or just going for accuracy with the side of his foot. He seems to make the right decision in terms of technique to use at the right time. And he scores with both feet. He's strong in the air, and he's got a bit of a combination of being physical and technical that's going to see him get a big move. I think the time is right for United to try and get him in the mix here. He fits because his style is our style. And his versatility, the energy, the athleticism to lead the line, be a focal point in a 4-3-3. I look at him and I see a Ten Hag player. I mean, we spoke about Jonathan David before. You don't need to go too bananas what he plays like. But he's also capable of playing a little bit deeper than a striker, and maybe even getting involved in a link-up play just that little bit more as well. I think a lot of the allure about him isn't necessarily just that he's already done, but he's just turned 22. Early in the year, it was more about what he was capable of going on to do. Right now, we're seeing it. We're seeing him outperform, essentially the Harlem Globetrotters in France. Young, hungry. That's the sort of striker that United need to go and get. We've had older strikers in Zlatan and Cavani and Ronaldo. And I did a video at the weekend saying, look, if it was on the cards, I probably would take Lewandowski. But this is another short-term fix. A long-term striker that's going to come in and do everything that Manchester United need to do. Jonathan David literally stacks that up himself on his own. This is a striker that United should really push the boat out, really try our hardest to try and get over the line. He isn't going to cost the earth. If you can get a deal done now before the World Cup, before everyone starts to see the hype, you're probably going to get yourself a bargain. If he goes to the World Cup and smashes it, you're going to have 20 million on it. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.